What's up, YouTube? And today we are going to take a look at a Sprung Sap from Cory Owens of Murph Leather, I believe. I believe I got all that right. The contact info will be in the description. He has a phone number you can call. You don't have to mess around on the internet, although you can. You can also send them emails. So we have here a 2 3/4 inch, about. Whoops a daisy. I don't know where my pointer is at right now. I'm not worried about it, honestly, but I realize it's not the pointer's fault, but sometimes I lose it, and then it's just like hard to find, and I'm like, forget this pointer. I carried this a little bit. If it looks a little like it's been carried, that's why. So, what do I think? I think this thing is pretty awesome. Honestly, I wasn't sure what to expect. I don't have a sap like this with a very long, thin body. And honestly, I kind of avoid them because I find them to be a little, just not visually, they don't like pop. They don't have that kind of like Witch Doctor Zero mystique to them. But this one has me rethinking all that, because this guy is very good to go. I think that the price of this is like, I think it was $35 plus $6 shipping. I actually got this for free. I was supposed to say that at the start and I forgot. But he had said to me over text, so he had written to me that he had sent me some, which I got. They've been on the channel. He was going to send me one of the 9-inchers. Oh, man, that sounds so... Maybe it's my mind. Maybe my mind has been just crushed and perverted by our culture. Anyway, he's going to send me the 9-incher. Sprung. And this thing is no joke, and it makes me realize why this specific long pattern style is so popular. I really like the workmanship that Cory does. He's not hand stitching though, but he also, like, that's not really his thing. The stitching has gotten better. It has improved since the initial pieces. And these aren't like the discs anymore. Well, he still has the discs. You can still get the discs. I like the disc, the way it looks. But this is heavier, and it's a little more aesthetically pleasing. The lines of it are. This has a, I believe, listen, I don't know what steel. I'm assuming 1095. But a big steel shank that runs down probably to about right here. By itself, I know that, like, jack cutting, I read something he wrote where maybe it's not jack cutting and it's bad love leather, but I actually think, I don't know. One of the two was talking about how they double spring real thick some other stuff to make it just like crazy strong, where you could, like, you're climbing and you're wedging it into things and you have your whole body weight. I'm just kidding. That's probably not true. I couldn't do that. But, there's just so much leverage. And this is strong. It's not just the steel shank that runs down. It is the construction of the leather. This, I believe, is 3 pieces of leather. Although the middle piece is very thick. So, but I know that he sells these in different colors, different sizes, sprung and unsprung. But when he said he was going to get this to me, I just assumed, oh, he must want me to get like a complete look at what's going on. This is just awesome, though. There's a lot. It's pretty light, too. This isn't that heavy. Not as much as you would think. Will it be slightly harder to travel with and carry? Yes. Will that matter in the very short term? Probably not. So I threw on some purple paracord, one of these big titanium pieces, beads. And yeah, I am very happy with this. It's a lot of reach. It's very thin. It's not overly heavy, although it is significantly heavy. And I mean, with very little effort, I'm really generating some power. So the sprungness or the stiffness of it, you could jab. I don't know if I'd be so into jabbing. I'd be afraid to bend it. Not because this one seems bendable, just in general. And you could definitely do the hacking strikes, but it's just going to make it a little bit easier to predict. And I would assume a little bit easier for folks to get this onto target, whatever that target is. So yeah, I kind of regret not having a piece just like this already. It's serendipity that this is the piece that now has that place. Definitely going to carry this. And then after I get some wear on it, I'll compare this with the longer. I have one that's this size that has the disc that is unsprung. It's been on the channel a bunch. But yeah, this is really, really cool. But obviously, I mean, it's just not going to be that easy to conceal. Where I live, I don't need to conceal it. It's totally legal, and I don't care if people know I have it. So, most people don't know what it is anyway. So it's not like, it doesn't really come up a whole lot. For the price, though, this is really, really, really hard to beat. And if you're an old farmer that is out there late at night doing his thing, this would be worth to have in your overalls. Because, I mean, I had a smaller, two unsprung ones, like the smaller disc and the larger disc. And I gave the larger one to my dad, and it was just like, yeah, just try not to kill the dogs if you end up using it on, like a stray or some kind of like, I don't know. If coyotes are pretty skittish. They're not dumb, but I basically just told them it was for drunks and dogs. Try not to hit any person in the head. I told them they aim for the jaw. My dad is like a gentle, kind man. It's like, okay. It was a Father's Day gift. I'll have to show him this one. So then he'll be able to know, like, oh, this is a sprung one. This is an unsprung one. And if you're, as a parting anecdote, it's not because he lives out in the country. It's because the country is kind of shrinking. The city is coming out to him. And so there's like a burbs right by my parents' property. And I just worry that like some yuppie is going to let their giant dog out and it's going to turn feral and at some point attack my dad as he does stuff on the property. So not only does he have the Cory Owens Murph's leather long unsprung, he's got the height. What is the Prideful Hides? The leather knocks made in Texas. I gave those to him just because he won't ever use knuckles, and he's told me that. Like he would not, he would feel so bad about it, which I get. But so I gave him some leather ones. So it's like, come on, old man. Because I don't know, he's been lucky. I don't know if he's been lucky in his life, but he's been assaulted on his own property. And he's the kind of guy that if people walk down the drive, they got a long drive and they're drunk, and they're like, "Yo, can you give us a ride to town?" He'll do it. So yeah, check this out. I'm going to carry it. It'll be back on the channel. Very excited about this piece. Wasn't sure what I was going to think of it because it is so long. But the lines are elegant on this. I like the way the new weight looks in the piece. Stitching is good. It's all good. So, yeah. So, that's all she wrote for this one. Thanks for sticking with me to the end. And I hope you folks have a good rest of your day. Bye now.